My name is Hannah, and this is the story of how I uncovered a truth so devastating, I still struggle to believe it was real. They say love blinds you, that it makes you see only what you want to see. For years, I thought I had the perfect relationship, a life built on trust and honesty. But I was wrong. This is the story of the day I discovered a truth too painful to see, and how it changed everything. Mark and I had been together for 6 years. He was my rock, my best friend, the person I thought I'd spend forever with. Our life was everything I could have hoped for. We had a cozy apartment, Friday movie nights, and plans to travel the world together. Mark always knew how to make me feel special. Flowers on random days, handwritten notes, and little surprises that reminded me how much he cared. But looking back now, I realize those gestures weren't just thoughtful. They were distractions, ways to keep me from seeing the cracks in the illusion. It started with little things. Mark became more guarded with his phone, always keeping it on silent or tucked away. He started working late more often, coming home with vague excuses about meetings that ran over. I told myself I was being paranoid. He was busy, hardworking. That's what successful people do, right? But the doubts lingered, growing louder every time he brushed off my questions or avoided my eyes when I asked about his day. The breaking point came on a Sunday morning. We were getting ready to go out for breakfast when I noticed a piece of paper sticking out of his jacket pocket. It was a receipt for a jewelry store, dated 2 weeks ago. The item? A necklace. I hadn't received a necklace. My heart raced as I held the receipt in my hands. I told myself it could be a surprise for me, that he might be planning something special. But deep down, I knew. That night, when Mark was asleep, I searched his closet. I didn't even know what I was looking for. Proof, maybe, or some explanation that would make everything make sense. And then I found it. A small velvet jewelry box hidden behind his shoes. I opened it, expecting the necklace. But it wasn't a necklace. It was a bracelet, engraved with the words, "To my forever, Emily." Emily? I felt like the ground had been ripped out from under me. My hands shook as I put the box back. My mind raced with questions. Who was Emily? How long had this been going on? The next morning I couldn't keep it in any longer. While Mark was drinking his coffee, I placed the jewelry box on the table in front of him. "Who's Emily?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He froze. His face turned pale, and for a moment, he looked like a man caught in a spotlight. "Hannah, it's not what you think," he started, but I cut him off. "Then what is it? Because I don't remember you calling me Emily." He tried to explain, to spin a web of excuses about work and colleagues, but his words felt empty. The truth was written all over his face. Finally, he admitted it. Emily wasn't a coworker. She was someone he had been seeing for over a year. I didn't cry. Not then. I just sat there, numb, as he tried to justify what he had done. He talked about feeling disconnected, about how he didn't mean for it to happen. But none of it mattered. The life I thought we had, the man I thought he was, were gone. That afternoon, I packed my bags and left. As I walked out the door, he called after me, begging for another chance. But I didn't look back. I couldn't. Betrayal doesn't just hurt. It changes you. It makes you question everything, not just about the person who hurt you, but about yourself. I've learned that love isn't about grand gestures or perfect moments. It's about trust. And when that trust is broken, no amount of apologies can fix it. This was my story, and now I'm learning to rebuild, not just my life, but my faith in myself.